People have been shouting that his case has dragged too long, that justice is either being delayed or denied, depending on who you ask. On the other side, the Nigerian judiciary keeps insisting that they are following due process, that the law must take its full course, and nobody, no matter how influential, is above the law. But recently, what turned this whole situation into a global matter is that several international legal bodies, human rights organizations, and global lawyers said they could no longer ignore.
Hope you heard it very well, that the global lawyers can no longer hide their feelings over all this that has been happening, the ignoring of the release of our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But I want you to understand something that is very important. Remember, this is not the first time they have been like, international people will be like, they will do this and they will do. We have been hoping. In fact, our patience has been exhausted. Mind you that you will still listen to this video in full, but before I allow you to finish with they are interfering, or how they wish to do it now, that is all this and that. We have been hearing all these things. As for our people, I want you to understand that this thing lies in our hands. If you know what is going on in this world, anybody that is saying that they are coming for you to help, just know that if you accept and wait for it, you can wait till thy kingdom come. What we are doing now is facing it by ourselves. That's why we are calling our people, wherever you are, come and join in what we are doing to make it a reality, because already the world is in full of mess. Everybody is running helter-skelter to save himself. Let the talk of saving another. And while they are discussing that, there are more of, is they are coming for maybe, is there anything that they have in mind for coming? Because as people are like, let us know what we can do for you. They themselves are having in mind what you can do for them. And what, when international people come for you for help, when they want to take from you, they will not even remain for you what you will use to help yourself. They will take it all and you'll be begging from them. So when you realize all this thing, it will be of more reason why you must think twice, why you must know that this thing lies in your hands. You should not be looking for someone to help you when you can help yourself, because all is in us to achieve it. But when you are quiet, or when you continue to ask for help, then that help might not come, because God has given you all it takes to help yourself. But the ignorant there is that we are looking for someone to help us, and it's not yielding any fruit. So the earlier we know this thing, the better it will be for us. So I'm urging anybody that is hearing any of our people, if we are from Igbo, Biafran, come together and support the already redeclared nation USB that we have already got. Many people are still asking, when is it coming? Why already it has come? If you don't know, go to space. You will see the DPM is there, the cabinet members. So it is not a joke. Just to tell you that if you did not help yourself and you are waiting for people to help you, your name is sorry and you are gone and will be gone forever. As it stands now, just like Burkina Faso, we will do our own. Listen to them and see how they are saying it.
What they were seeing. According to reports reaching everywhere, these groups are now saying they want to intervene, not to take over the case, but to make sure that justice is done in a fair and transparent way. They claim that the Nigerian judiciary has been under heavy political pressure over this particular issue, and they want to monitor things more closely. Some of them are even calling for sanctions, not the kind that targets ordinary citizens, but the type that focuses on individuals in the system who might have used their power wrongly. That alone has caused plenty of reactions, both online and offline. Now let's talk about why this is such a big deal. You see, when outside legal bodies begin to show interest in a country's internal judicial process, it means they believe something might have gone wrong. And whether or not you support Nnamdi Kanu, the issue here goes beyond one man. It's about how justice is seen in Nigeria. Many Nigerians are now wondering, if the world has to step in before fairness can happen, what does that say about our system? People who support Nnamdi Kanu are happy about this development. They say it is long overdue that finally someone outside Nigeria is paying attention. But others are asking if this move might affect Nigeria's image internationally. Because when world lawyers and human rights groups start talking about sanctions or oversight, it sends a message that there's a crisis of trust in the country's judiciary. Remember to like this video right now, please. It helps more people see this gist. And if you haven't subscribed, kindly do so. You know we always give you real-time stories, the way they're happening. Back to the matter, Nnamdi Kanu's supporters have been saying that his detention has dragged on for too long without clear progress. They've been holding protests, writing letters, and even reaching out to international organizations. It seems all that pressure is finally paying off because this global response didn't just appear overnight. It took months of petitions, letters, and consistent public advocacy. Now, this new move by world lawyers means Nigeria could soon face questions from international courts or organizations that deal with justice and human rights. Some groups have already mentioned that if it's found that court procedures were ignored or that the defendant's rights were violated, they could recommend further investigations. But of course, you know how things work. The Nigerian government has remained firm, saying the country's judiciary is independent and that nobody outside has the right to interfere in our legal matters. Government officials are warning that the sovereignty of Nigeria must be respected and that external influence might only complicate the matter. Meanwhile, on social media, Nigerians are divided. Some are clapping for the international lawyers, saying, yes. So finally, someone is doing something. While others are warning that too much foreign interference could open doors to unnecessary pressure on our institutions. Now, what's interesting about this entire issue is that it has drawn attention back to a wider question. How strong is the Nigerian judiciary? Can it really operate without fear or favor? Because one thing this case has exposed is that public confidence in the judicial system is low. People now think some cases take too long while others move too fast, depending on who is involved. If you're still watching, thank you. And please don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss part 2 of this kind of gist. Now let's look at the bigger picture. Why would global lawyers suddenly decide to intercede? Usually, these types of interventions only happen when international observers believe there's a pattern, a consistent situation where certain rights are being violated or legal procedures are being ignored. It's not just about one trial, it's about how the system is functioning overall. And because Nnamdi Kanu's name is tied to Biafra, a very sensitive topic, it makes everything more complicated. The world sees this as both a legal issue and a political one. Nigeria, on the other hand, insists it's purely a security and criminal matter. But the more both sides talk, the more the public gets confused. Some human rights groups are now saying that if Nigeria doesn't handle this case properly, it could affect foreign relations. International investors, foreign governments, and even humanitarian organizations are watching to see how this story ends. Because when the rule of law is questioned in any country, it affects confidence in everything else, including the economy and politics. Many Nigerians, especially young people, are also speaking up on social media, saying they want transparency. They want to know why the court process has dragged on and why there's so much secrecy around some parts of the case. They believe that if justice is truly being served, then there's nothing to hide. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. And please make sure you've subscribed. We share these updates in simple language so everyone can understand what's really going on. Another thing that's making this matter hotter is that several global lawyers have said they are prepared to send official reports to their respective governments. That could mean that in the coming weeks or months, we might see some diplomatic moves. Discussions between embassies, maybe even debates at international forums about Nigeria's human rights record. But the question remains, will this actually change anything? Will this pressure make Nigeria speed up the trial, or will it make things even slower? Because once foreign involvement enters a case like this, it can sometimes make local authorities defensive. There are also people saying that this could be a chance for Nigeria to show the world that its judiciary is capable. If the government handles things openly and lawfully, it could restore some of the lost confidence. But if more violations are recorded, then the international pressure might continue to grow. And you know the truth. In today's world, once something becomes global news, it doesn't just fade away. Social media makes sure that every little update gets amplified. Every time something happens in court, people around the world will be watching, tweeting, and reacting. That's why this headline carries so much weight. World lawyers agree to intercede. It means this story has now moved beyond Nigeria's borders. Please, if you're still with me, click the like button. It really helps us grow and reach more people who need to hear this story clearly. Now let's think about what this could mean for Biafra supporters. For them, this is a moral victory. It feels like the world is finally listening. For years, they've been saying their voices weren't being heard. And now, with international lawyers stepping in, they believe the fight for fairness is gaining recognition. However, those who oppose the movement are warning that this could bring more division because they fear that international attention could embolden separatist elements. They're saying, let Nigeria solve its issues internally without interference. The reality is that both sides have a point. International involvement can sometimes help ensure fairness, but it can also create diplomatic tension. The key will be how both Nigeria's judiciary and government respond to these new developments in a calm and transparent way.